The Enchantress of Florence is a magical realist novel penned by Salman Rushdie in 2008. Set in the 16th century, it intricately weaves together elements of fantasy and folklore against the backdrop of the Mughal Empire and Renaissance Florence. This highly researched work garnered critical acclaim upon its release. The tale commences with the arrival of a mysterious yellow-haired stranger in India. Journeying to Sikri, the capital of the Mughal Empire under the rule of Akbar the Great, the stranger carries a letter intended for the emperor from Queen Elizabeth I of England. Having acquired the letter through unconventional means by stowing away on a Scottish ship, the stranger, known as Uccello, mesmerizes the ship's captain with his magic and tales. He eventually eliminates the captain using laudanum and claims the queen's letter for himself, disappearing into an Indian port. Within the Mughal Empire, Emperor Akbar governs, surrounded by a bevy of concubines and wives. Among them, Jodha, a fictional woman conjured from the emperor's dreams, holds a special place in his heart. As Akbar contemplates the nature of his empire and his own identity, the stranger, now going by the name Maghar Delamore, seeks out Mohini the skeleton, a master potion maker. She crafts a special scent for him, promising that it will help him bypass the palace guards and gain an audience with the emperor. Presenting himself before Akbar, Maghar claims to bear a message from Queen Elizabeth. Intrigued, Akbar welcomes him into his inner circle, while Maghar inadvertently becomes an adversary to Prince Salim, the emperor's son. As the story unfolds, Maghar reveals his true identity as Niccolò Vespucci, Akbar's long-lost uncle. Vespucci asserts that his mother, referred to as Angelica, was the sister of Akbar's grandfather, the first Mughal emperor. According to Vespucci's account, she was initially abducted by an Uzbek warlord and later by a Persian Shah, who was subsequently defeated by an Ottoman sultan. Akbar confers with his mother and aunt to verify the story, and they confirm the existence of a missing princess whose records were erased from the family history. Vespucci narrates that after the Shah's defeat, Angelica journeyed to Italy alongside the warrior Argalia. The story then takes a chronological leap back to Florence, focusing on three young friends, Niccolò, known as Il Macchia, Antonino Argalia, and Ugo Vespucci. When Argalia's parents pass away, he flees from home, leaving Niccolò and Ugo behind in Florence. They spend years apart until a woman arrives in Florence who seems to possess memories belonging to someone else. Il Macchia gradually unveils Argalia's life story through the woman. As a child, Argalia stows away on a ship commanded by Andrea Doria. The crew eventually abandons him to serve as a decoy. Captured, he undergoes training as a child soldier in the Ottoman Empire, rising through the ranks to become an elite Janissary fighter. He distinguishes himself in battles against figures like Vlad the Impaler. As a reward for his service, Argalia attains freedom. In Niccolò's account, he describes the meeting between Qara Köz and Argalia. During the Battle of Calderon, Argalia emerges victorious against the Persian army and takes Qara Köz as his mistress, renaming her Angelica. Upon their return to Istanbul, Argalia foils a plot against him and is forced to flee, ultimately making his way back to Florence accompanied by Angelica and her servant, the Mirror. In Florence, the Medici family has regained power for the second time. Niccolò, formerly a government official, has been exiled to his farm. Soon, the people of Florence become enchanted by Angelica, who becomes known as the Enchantress of Florence. Lorenzo de' Medici conspires to have Argalia killed, but shortly thereafter, Lorenzo succumbs to syphilis. The people of Florence accuse Angelica of being a witch, while Argalia returns to the city to aid Angelica, the Mirror, and Ugo. Tragically, Argalia loses his life during their escape. Ugo accompanies the women to the Americas, where Niccolò Vespucci claims Angelica cast a spell to preserve her youth indefinitely. Akbar becomes captivated by the tale, forgetting about his imaginary wife and replacing her with Qara Köz. Convinced that Ugo and Angelica must have had a daughter, whom Ugo later had relations with to conceive Niccolò, Akbar declares that Niccolò, being a product of incest, can no longer remain in his presence. Prince Salim's wife devises a scheme against Niccolò, but he manages to elude danger by crossing a drying lake. The dwindling lake forces Akbar to abandon Sikri. Eventually, Qara Köz appears to him, revealing that it was the Mirror who had a daughter with Ugo. Akbar realizes Nicolo's innocence and laments losing his city due to unjust punishment. Qara Köz reassures Akbar that his unwavering belief in her has brought her back home, and she declares that she will be with him once more. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.